Vietnam is a country on an S-shaped strip of land, located in the center of Southeast Asia, in the east of the Indochina Peninsula, to the north by China, to the west by Laos and Cambodia, and to the southeast overlooking the East Sea and the Pacific Ocean. Vietnam's coastline is 3,260 kilometers long, and its land border is 4,510 kilometers long. On land, from the northernmost point to the southernmost point, as the crow flies, is 1,650 kilometers long. From the easternmost point to the westernmost point, the widest place is 600 kilometers, northern region, 400 kilometers, southern region, the narrowest place is 50 kilometers, Quang Binh. Longitude, 102 degrees 8 minutes, 109 degrees 28 minutes east, latitude, 8 degrees 2 minutes, 23 degrees 23 minutes north. Vietnam is a transportation hub from the Indian Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. Vietnam is a tropical monsoon country, stretching down to the equator. Vietnam has different natural climate and monsoon conditions between the south and the north. Vietnam's climate is distributed into 3 regions. The north and north-central region have a humid subtropical climate with 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. The central and south-central regions have a tropical monsoon climate. The extreme south-central and southern regions have tropical savanna characteristics. At the same time, it is directly influenced by the trade monsoon climate, which often blows in low latitudes. The south often has a tropical savanna climate, hot and humid with 2 seasons, dry season and rainy season, from April-May to October-November. Every year, the cold and humid winter typical of the north contrasts with the warm atmosphere of Tet in spring in the south. Vietnam's territory consists of 3/4 of mountains and hills. Vietnam has extremely rich resources: forest resources, aquatic resources, tourism resources, and many diverse minerals. Vietnam has 63 provinces and cities. With 54 ethnic groups, Vietnam has a diverse and rich culture from the north to the south. Diversity and richness are shown through each person, each region, each locality. Vietnam is proud to have many intangible cultural heritages of typical arts of each region and period in history. Vietnam is a beautiful country with many famous landscapes recognized by UNESCO, especially Vietnam's Ha Long Bay, which was recognized as one of the new 7 natural wonders of the world on November 11, 2011. Festivals are one of the special features in Vietnamese culture. The diversity of ethnic religions makes Vietnam one of the countries with many festivals. Festivals are held to commemorate cultural events. Community spirit is the essence of every festival. There are 2 parts to festivals: ceremony and festival. The ceremony is to express respect for divinity and people's dreams of health, wealth, luck, and happiness for themselves and their loved ones. Associations are unique characteristics of culture, community, religion, etc. The 2 biggest traditional festivals are Lunar New Year and Hung King's death anniversary. During Lunar New Year, each region has other festivals to celebrate, such as Lim Festival in Bac Ninh Province, Jong Festival in Soc Sun, Perfume Pagoda Festival in Hanoi. Hung King's death anniversary is held every year from the 8th to the 11th of the 3rd lunar month. It is organized so that everyone remembers their roots. With many landscapes recognized by UNESCO as World Natural Heritage and a wealth of unique regional cultural spaces, Vietnam is a legendary land and also a storehouse of attractive material for filmmakers to exploit. Long-lasting waterfall. Vietnam is an exciting country for tourism and investment. Bustling street life, delicious cuisine, and majestic scenery all await you. A country constantly in motion, Vietnam always balances young urban culture with traditional values. In the city, ancient temples are just a turn away from modern shops. In the countryside, life still flows along the rivers and harvests. This contrast between old and new makes up a large part of Vietnam's appeal. Another reason to visit Vietnam is its natural beauty. The north has majestic mountains and beautiful limestone bays. The Central Coast Road leads to historical relics and romantic beaches. In the south, the sleepless life of Ho Chi Minh City and the riverside villages in the Mekong Delta will make you want to linger forever. Those who have not been to Vietnam will be surprised because of the diverse natural scenes contained in one country. Traveling to Vietnam is sponsored to choose among the numerous beautiful scenes here. Northern Vietnam is a region of mountains mixed with immense valleys. The northern provinces are famous for their lush green terraced fields of young rice, turning golden during the harvest season. In the central region, rivers and lagoons maintain peaceful life and white sand beaches line the coastline. The Mekong River flows through the southern provinces, creating a fertile delta, nourishing mangrove forests and islands on both banks. In Vietnam, beaches are always close to you. Tourists who love blue sea and white sand are free to choose between destinations stretching along the coastline. The islands of Nha Trang or Phu Quoc are blessed with turquoise water, soft sand, and brilliant coral reefs. Just a short flight from Ho Chi Minh City, turtles lay their eggs on the pristine sands of Con Đảo. Among the many impressive destinations in Vietnam, the most prominent are the world-class wonders. Ha Long Bay, just 2 hours away from Hanoi, is made up of countless limestone mountains rising from the still waters. Sapa is also a destination not to be missed, where majestic mountains and terraced fields lead visitors from one masterpiece of nature to another. Vietnamese culture is an inheritance from the past thousands of years. Throughout history, Vietnamese people have always proud of a tight link with customs and traditions. 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites stretch across Vietnam. Each place offers interesting perspectives on local life and majestic natural beauty. The Imperial Citadel and Hue Mausoleums take you back to the Nguyen dynasty, full of ups and downs. Hoi, an ancient town, was once a bustling meeting point for ships and traders around the world. Throughout other provinces and cities, you will encounter ancient relics, poetic scenes, and vivid pieces that create the picture of Vietnamese heritage. The streets paint the lives of Vietnamese people. The streets here are not just for traveling. Streets and sidewalks are also places to shop, eat, meet for a cup of coffee, get a haircut, or rest. Big cities are always full of life, with the roar of millions of motorbikes, where you can feel a constant source of energy bubbling on every street. Vietnam is the homeland of diverse bloodlines. The community of 54 ethnic groups is divided into hundreds of smaller groups. Each ethnic minority maintains its own culture, with its own rituals, costumes, and language. The best way to learn about them is through practical experiences such as living with indigenous people, or learning how to weave fabric with unique patterns. National culture is always an attractive highlight of Vietnamese tourism. The soul of Vietnamese cuisine is in fresh ingredients. Exploring amazing food around this country is a journey that never ends. The best quality restaurants in Vietnam are located right on the sidewalk. Follow the scent of grilled smoke on the streets of Hanoi to a delicious bun cha restaurant, or pick up a fragrant sticky rice package from a rattan basket wrapped in a warm blanket. There's nothing more Vietnamese than a crispy loaf of bread for breakfast, or slurping up a bowl of pho on winter days. Bon appetit! Specialties of each region of Vietnam carry within themselves the local lifestyle and natural essence of that place. The north cherishes delicate recipes, like a delicious bowl of bun tang that must be prepared for many hours. In the central region, royal culinary traditions and typical spices blend in unique dishes such as lotus rice or spring rolls. Southern braised fish and sour soup come from abundant seafood resources, the pride of the Mekong Delta. The aroma of a cup of Vietnamese coffee is a great alarm clock. The fertile basalt soil of the Central Highlands grows quality Robusta coffee trees. These coffee beans are one of Vietnam's most beloved export products to the world. Vietnamese coffee culture is very diverse. You can easily count hundreds of coffee shops in big cities. Vietnamese people make traditional coffee using aluminum filters. Watching time pass while waiting for a cup of coffee to drip makes this drink even more flavorful. Welcome to Vietnam channel hopes to bring you the most realistic experiences about the country and people of Vietnam. Please follow and wait for us in the next videos. Thank you for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share and comment.